Over the last few months I've done quite a bit of Nightmare Creatures, and despite the price of some of their drops taking a big hit recently, they're still very good money, especially considering the amount of effort required to kill them with a setup like this or something similar. I realise they're a pretty popular way of making GP these days, but I wanted to put this overview together just to show anyone who was interested but not sure about them how to get started. And it's a good use of your time if you want to make some money with little effort, or maybe you've got an alt account that would be able to do it. I haven't done them for a few weeks and all of this footage is from before then, but I never really had to hop more than a couple of times to find a world, and a lot of their drops are at ALK value or raw GP, so you don't really have to worry about anything crashing. Like even the Nightmare Gauntlets themselves, which are the big drop, they only contribute a small fraction of the GP per hour over time because they're so rare. The setup costs for this are relatively high, but there are some changes that can be made to save some money, which I'll talk about in a minute, but first I'm going to show you my loot tab. So this tab is from 100,000 kills, and it's pretty much all that these drop apart from some rare drop table items, and the total price of all of this is about 3.3 bill, which works out to be somewhere just over 20 mil an hour, and the cash in the tab is from the GP drops plus the spring cleaner, and that contributes to about a third of the hourly rate. And my setup definitely isn't the best in slots, so there's room to improve the kills and therefore the GP per hour. I've put the basic requirements from the wiki for killing Nightmare Creatures on screen, but as well as these you're going to need the City of Centiston quest completed for access to the Animate Dead spell. So this is my preset for Nightmare Creatures, and I'm not going to go through every item individually, although I'll happily answer any questions in the comments if there are. But in terms of saving money, the big one is Crypt Bloom. It's not completely necessary. You could use Gano. I know people that do it in Gano quite comfortably. You obviously just need a few pieces of tank gear for Animate Dead. And then in terms of the upgrades, there's a few things that I'm missing on my alt account. I don't have the tier 99 prayer. I'm using Luck of the Dwarf's ring, where I could be using that in the relic and therefore using channelers or the Zerk ring. I don't have the best overloads either, and I don't have the new cape from the RS3 Inferno. So those are all things which could increase the kills per hour and therefore the GP per hour. I've also made a note on screen of which perks I have in my gear, and again some of these could be upgraded. So I don't have Biting 4 on my ult currently, and then also as well as Equilibrium 4 Ruthless 3 you want Aftershock 4 and a Precise combo in your staff, I believe. So to get to Nightmare Creatures you can run from the Eagle's Peak Lodestone or use the 6-shade circuit if you've got that, and go to the World Gate and use the Ritual Site teleport option. You want to set your cannon up where I've shown it in the video and stand on the same spot. You can actually stand one square to the east and you'll increase your kills per hour because you stop the Nightmare on the north getting stuck. However, you only increase your kills per hour by around 20, and you occasionally will get warped, so you'll have to click to move back to the spot to reset it. It's completely up to you really, but I just prefer it to be more AFK, and as you can see from the recording I like to do this while doing other stuff on a different account, and so I just sacrifice those kills per hour. Using this method with best in slot gear you can expect around 650 kills per hour, or maybe a little more. I get slightly less than that because obviously there are places where my gear and setup can be improved, and I'll actually include in the description a link to the wiki's money making article for Nightmare Creatures, because it's got a calculator on there where you can put in your kills per hour and it will tell you based on the G values and the average drop rates of items what your expected money per hour should be. That's about everything I wanted to cover in this video though. I didn't go super in depth because obviously I think a lot of the information can be found elsewhere or people already know, but like I said, I'll happily answer any questions if there are any. But yeah, in short, use Animate Dead, some tank gear, use legacy, blood spells and the best gear you can, and follow this and you'll be able to make quite a lot of money with very little effort. So thank you for watching, and please like the video if you enjoyed it or it was useful, and let me know, and thank you.